That's how you defend yourself. You do not defend yourself thinking I can kickbox, let me run around the streets. And there are people who still do it, but I think the world's on a decline. I think the Western world's getting worse. I don't think it's getting any better. I think that all the problems we're seeing now are going to be 10x, 20x, 30x as people get fucking hungry across the next 10, 20 years. And I think if you don't have a plan to defend yourself or at least move to a place where you don't need to defend yourself in real time, people are going to start getting fucked up bad.
What do you think's about to happen? Just complete anarchy?
I don't think it's going to be complete anarchy, but there's going to be a
lot of crime.
There's going to be a massive polarization. The polarization already exists, right? In Western nations, there's already a polarization because there's no longer any morality which is built into the populace. I live in a poor country. I live in Romania, which is technically poor. It's one of the poorest countries in Europe. It's very, very poor. The average wage is like $400 a month. The police drive Dacia Logans. The police drive cars that can't even go above 70 miles an hour. I've never seen a police chase. When the police stop me, I say, why don't people run? We can just outrun you. He goes, oh, well, you know, why run when you can just get tickets? It's very much people, the police force isn't heavily armed, like none of this shit, but it's safe in general, unless you piss off a big guy. The crime is very organized. There's no random crime. It's very organized crime. Organized crime keeps society functioning. Organized crime is very, very functional. I would rather live in a country with organized crime than unorganized crime. Unorganized crime like London. No, but unorganized crime like London is wrong place, wrong time, get stabbed, take your watch. Organized crime is you have to go and make an enemy. You have to piss someone off. And you usually get a warning. So unless you're a fucking jackass, you'll be fine. It's only if you want to go into industries which are competing with them, or if you want to like do something they don't like. I know that a lot of the gangsters in certain towns in Romania keep the drugs out. The towns are drugs free. People try to sell drugs. They're the ones who died. So there's no drugs on the streets because they don't like drugs because their children go to school. So you have drug-free cities. American police can't get a city drug-free, but the mafia will. They'll get a city drug-free because if they catch anyone fucking selling that shit, they're fucking disappearing. So organized crime can actually be pretty good for a society because as long as you don't piss these people off. Now, Americans are the worst on the planet for this. Americans have basically no social awareness and they're jackasses with big mouths. So an American might go to a place like Romania and get drunk and be like, hey, bro, man, I do what I want, bro. They're going to get fucked up, right? But if you're a person with a brain and you're like, you know what, this is not my territory. Sorry, really sorry. You're never going to have any trouble. So organized crime is a good thing. So Romania is a very, very poor country, a lot of organized crime, but in general, it's extremely safe. Girls walk alone at night, all in the middle of parks, 3 a.m, through a park. You'll see some hot, beautiful chick just walking through the park. And I've said to people like, isn't she scared? Like, what if someone were to attack her or whatever? And they say, no, she's a Romanian girl. Like, a Romanian man would not hurt a Romanian girl. There's like a unity. There's a morality. Romania is the most Christian country in the world. It's like there's a common sense of morality, right? So they would never just hurt someone random because they see themselves in them. America doesn't have that.
No.
Yeah. America has none of that.
But America's more diverse too, right?
More diverse, which is why when you look into it, and hey, bro, I'm brown. I'm half black, half white. My father is African American. So we talk about diversity. I'm not saying it from a racist standpoint. I'm saying the reason it's propagated by the Matrix is because it divides society, which is what they want, as we discussed earlier. Which we can go into another point, but I don't want to get the podcast taken into that. But I'm just saying that when you live in a homogenous society like Romania, where 99.9% people are Romanian, they see themselves in other people. So when the country goes broke, because it's already broke, now the country's poor, crime doesn't escalate. America's a different story. As soon as America starts running out of money and people start getting broke in America, it's a free-for-all. As soon as people start, I can't eat. Look at the looting. I've never seen looting in Romania. No one's ever looted a store. None of this shit. In the riots, Romania had huge political protests because one of their presidents got caught stealing billions. Massive protests. You can Google it up like you've never seen. Bigger than BLM. Huge. Not a single store looted. Not one. Why? Because that's some family store. There's morality left.
That looting shit was fucking
Bro, there's no morality.
Crazy.
So you're saying what's going to happen? I'm saying in the Western world, without morality, the only thing that keeps people in line is fear of the law. The second that's gone, you better get on a jet, G. It's going to be a fucking shit show.
I think some crazy shit's about to go down in our lifetime.
If shit does go down, can we bunk up with you or?
I have got food for 10 years in my house.
You got guards too.
I've got food for 10 years and bullets for a long firefight. So
and 4 wives.
More than that, G. Come on, I haven't settled down yet. But yeah, I think yeah, and it's interesting. Like people, we can talk about a whole bunch of shit, but when you're talking about wealth and money and stuff, the rich truly understand this. The wealthy of the world are starting to understand this. Americans are actually a very unique type of people because I am American as well. So when I say these things, I'm not hating on Americans. I'm American, right? But Americans are unique because like when Americans make a bunch of money, it doesn't really cross their mind to leave America. The PSYOP the most free country. We're the freest. Free to do what, G? What are you more free to do? Like, how about this? I'll go drive 200 miles an hour in my Lambo in Romania, and you drive 200 miles per hour in your Lambo in America, and let's see who gets in more trouble. What are you free? You can't drive fast.
Well,
Free?
probably freer than China or something.
Freer than China? Who's not freer than China?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, but I'm saying that there's most places. You can go to Portugal and do whatever the fuck you want.
You said it yourself.
Like, so, but I'm saying the psyop is so large on the American populace that a lot of the money still stays inside of America. But in other countries, people are more open and agile. But I think as the internet comes, as people start to realize, wait, I'm an American. I'm earning X amount of money. I want to move to Miami and or I can move to Croatia.
I think there's a lot of good people in America though,
of course
too.
there is.
But there's a lot of idiots too.
Yeah, completely. I'm not hating on Americans. I'm saying that when the wealth of America starts realizing that their money will get them further, they will be safer and they'll have a better quality of life outside of the USA. That's the problem for the USA. I'm not hating on the people.
Yeah.
I'm saying that the American mindset is still America, America, America. Everywhere else is dangerous and poor.
Yeah.
But Americans haven't traveled much per percent of the population. But once they realize there's other options, a lot of Americans will be like, wait, instead of 10 grand a month in Miami, I can spend $1,000 a month in Croatia. Hotter women, zero crime, better. Like the weather's
Hotter
just as
chicks
good.
in Croatia?
Yeah, Croatia's badass, man. I mean,
Hotter than Miami?
Miami has a lot of hot girls, but okay, let me change it from hotter. Let me change it to better quality.
Okay.
Here they go to church. They're innocent. You can show them the world. You
Here
ain't,
they have
showing a bitch
here
in
they
Miami
have like
nothing.
one body.
Yeah,
So that's for us three. 50's like for
Stay in
you.
Miami, G.
Yeah.